Hi, this is Michelle with Michelle's Macarons, and today I'm going to talk about how to pipe macarons. So if you haven't already, go watch this video. It will show you step by step how to make macarons, how to make the batter. I share the recipe that I use and love. And then go watch this video. I show you how to pipe. So then this is just going to go over some things that could go wrong or what could still be happening that you want to fix so you have more perfectly shaped macarons. So the first problem could be that you're under whipping your meringue. If that's happening, you're gonna have a whole slew of problems. So go watch this video if you haven't, and I show you step by step how to make your meringue and make sure it's stable enough, because if not, they could spread out and flatten and just be a mess on the pan. And you don't even have that structure of the meringue to hold them together. So basically you're just making scrambled eggs with almond. I never thought about that. Scrambled eggs with almond flour and sugar. Oh, another reason is because your fan could be too high in the oven. So if you have an oven with a fan and you have it on high and your macarons are the ones towards the back are just like all messed up, that could be why, especially if you are using parchment paper instead of a slip mat, then it will definitely get wavy under there. That's why I stopped using parchment paper. So that's the next tip. Using parchment paper can kind of mess with the shape of the shell, especially if you have any sort of movement in your oven, because the wind air gets under the parchment paper and will give it the shell kind of a wavy look. I didn't even have a fan in my oven when I was using parchment paper, and it still had a wavy bottom. If you're really set on using parchment paper, I've seen people like do dabs of batter in the corners, but that's still, the parchment paper still kind of waves a little bit. That might not totally fix it. You could try putting dots everywhere. Don't put a dot of batter under where the macaron's going to be, but you know what I mean? You've got the pan, the parchment paper, and they will put a dot, 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 dot. You know what I mean? So it holds there. I don't love that. So if you can use slip mat, use a slip mat, and then you might have to bake it a little longer. That's a good video. Maybe I'll do a video on that. Let me know if you want me to do a video on, maybe I'll compare parchment and slip mat, and I'll do like a test to show you what the difference is. Because I find that I get a sturdier shell on the bottom. It's nice, flat, and sturdy if I use slip mat. Okay, and if you want to see other videos like this, hit the subscribe button and the bell next to it to be notified, and it'll let you know whenever I come out with a new video. Now, another reason is underfolding. So if you don't completely incorporate all of the dry ingredients, there's going to be like dry spots that could lead to like clumps on your macarons, or it will make it so there's like a tip on the top and like a peak, or just kind of bumpy. So if you are having like the tops are bumpy, that could be why. Also, if you're not sifting the almond flour and powdered sugar, or your almond flour is too coarse, that could also be why. Now, another reason is the size of the tip you're piping from could be, I like to do a little bit of a bigger, around size 12 on the Wilton size 12 piping tips. I like to around that, but yeah, it's like a number 12 Wilton tip. That is, I found that is a good size. You want it a little bigger, not too small, because when, as I've said in this video, the piping video, when you press it, you just want to press and hold. So you don't want to be piping in a circle. So it's easier for it to come out if you have around size number 12. Another reason is your baking sheet is warped. So after a while, some baking sheets will kind of get like a wave in them. That could kind of affect the macaron shells if the sheet is wavy. So look into that. Sometimes you can smack the wave out of it, but then it might bump back up in the oven. So just be careful for that. Another reason is if you're using slip mat, not all the slip mats fit on the trays. So if you shouldn't be using a tray with edges, but if you are and you haven't flipped it over, if it is up a little bit, that happens to us sometimes. If the slip mat is not perfectly placed in there, it's just a little off, all the shells on this side will be off because the slip mat is not flat on the pan. So that's something you could check. Just make sure everything is smooth that you're piping on as well. And then, like I've said in the piping video, you just press and you just pipe it by squeezing, and you hold it still, and then it will form its own circle. You don't have to make the shape of the circle. It's a lot easier than you think. Maybe even try to go fast one time and just see how naturally it works for you. Okay, now if you're ready to start selling your macarons or any other baked goods, join the email list below, or I think we'll link an application as well where you can sign up and apply for the Home Bakery Blueprint course. It's a course where you'll learn how to start and grow your own home bakery. So we go over step by step how to do that, and so you can learn to do that on your own and start selling your macarons or any other baked goods. And join the Facebook group, the Michelle's Macarons Facebook group. There's a lot of people waiting to get in, so I'm trying to get more people in faster, but there might be a little, week or two wait. But just make sure you answer all the membership questions and go there, post your pictures and ask questions and anything. There's, I think, 16,000 people in there, 1,000 people in there that will help you with your macarons. So join that group. It's a nice group. All right, and if you'd like, you can follow me on Facebook and Instagram, and I'll put those links in the description below. Okay, check out these other macaron videos. Okay, love you, bye.